Hello, Rachel with Back to Good, and today I am going to be doing something I have been waiting to do for quite a while now, and I got my other table in from our mystery subscriber with our fancy little giant mouse pad. This is an Algolaser. It's a laser engraver, and we're going to unbox it and we're going to see what's inside. And I've seen a lot of people have these type of things and they can make some really cool things, and we're hoping that we can make some back to good stuff. And there is a YouTube meetup coming up, Mid-America, on May 16th through 18th, 2025 at Eufaula Lake in Oklahoma, and we're going to be going to that. We've already reserved our campsite, and so we are going to be there. It's going to be our first time getting to meet a lot of the other channels, and some of them we've already met, and some of them we'll be meeting for the first time. And there's going to be a lot of subscribers there, and I'm super excited, and I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun, and so I'm hoping that we can make some things that we can take with to hand out to people. So let's see if we can figure this thing out. It's supposed to be very simple to put together. And it's supposed to do a lot of really cool things. And, you know, if we can figure it out and it works out well for us, I think they have some kits that have other accessories with it that can do rounded things or whatnot. I don't know. I got to really look into this. I've never had a laser engraver before, but I thought this would be a really cool opportunity for us to make some things, and maybe we can do some giveaways and things in our lives, because we want to bring something back to our subscribers for just being such amazing subscribers. Our hearts are absolutely melting and just overwhelmed with the kindness of each and every one of you. So we want to try to make some things that we can do for giveaways, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to do so. This device does not take up very much space, so hopefully this table is plenty big enough, and I can't wait any longer. So let's just get this thing out of the box and get this thing put together. So here we go. This is the Algolaser DIY Kit MK2 Quick Start Guide. We're going to have to figure out what kind of materials we need. And this looks like a piece of sample wood that we can print on. So we're going to have to keep this handy too. So let's set this stuff over here. Let me show it to you here. Everything is in nice styrofoam. Perfectly fit in here. It looks amazing. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so it says, the box says we have model ALM 10BD, assemble the frame. I really love this quick guide. It looks amazing. They really went into a lot of nice effort. So, all right, I'm excited. So let's get going. We need support foot, which are these. Support foot 1 and support foot 2. So we're going to put these on first. Some M5 by 30 screws, 2. We've got some long, medium, and short in here, so shouldn't be too hard to figure out. According to the diagram, it looks like the long and the medium. We need B, C, and D. So we have 2 feet on, so let's go to the next page. So the side that has the numbers on it, you want that facing up. And it goes on there very easily, slides very smoothly. That's good to know. All right, page 3. That was pretty simple. So now we got to put the other support feet on, it says. So we got one more here, and we got one more here. And we need frame part A. Page 4. Assemble the belt. Next step shows that you feed the belt into this little groove here. And you need to put the tooth face down. All right, there we go. There's a little gear in between the rollers here. You want to go over the center gear. So now we got to fish it back on the other side of it and go back down in that crack. I guess just the tension of the washer pushing on the belt keeps it in place. Okay, so we have both belts on. We used the little short screws with the washers, pulled a little bit of tension. It says not too loose, not too tight. And so I feel like I've got a good tension on it. We'll find out. But now we have all 4 feet on. We have all the rails on. We've got the X-axis on, if I could say it. And we got the belts on. So let's go and see what's next. Step 5, assemble the limit switch. The limit switch is assembled on side C where all the numbers are at on top. So the other sides don't have numbers on top, so it's real easy to see which one this goes on. So we're going to need this little red plate, and we need the little switch. Make sure you put the recessed edge on the top so that the screws will inset to it. Okay, we got that secure. Now we need to install the switch on top. Okay, I think we've got it installed right, hopefully. Next page. Assemble the laser module. Now we need the thumb screws, which are in this bag. We've got 2 thumb screws. We need to assemble the laser module, insert the rear dovetail. All right, simple enough. It shows both of the screws going on the bottom, so I guess we'll put them right here on the bottom. There's 2 more holes, so I was a little confused. But it shows both of them on the bottom, so I guess we'll just stick them on the bottom. Okay, I think we got that in the right spot. Just 2 thumb screws. Please note the 10-watt laser module is sold without an air pump, and we suggest to utilize it with an air pump for safe and optimal performance. If you do not use an air pump, please remove the air nozzle before using the laser to extend the service life of your laser. Okay, so we don't have an air pump. We're not going to install the line and the air pump because we don't have one and it's not included. So we're just going to go on to the next step. So we're going to skip step 7 and 8, and we're going to move on to 9. Assemble the control box component. First, attach the Wi-Fi aerial to the control box. So it's right on the back. Just screw it on. Okay, so we have the antenna on and the control panel on. Step number 10, assemble the main cable. Insert the cable connectors into the limit switches, motors, and laser module sockets in the sequence shown in the picture. Okay. We got number 1 done. Then we got to go to number 2, which is this little spot here. And then number 3, we put these ones on here. And then Number 4. Secure the main gate. Secure the cables in the appropriate positions by using the zip ties. Okay, so the first thing that I would notice about the machine is it's got an emergency button right here. So if all else fails, we got an emergency button to stop it right away. And since this is my first time using it and I'm not sure what I'm doing, I do also have a fire blanket just in case it's needed. And we have 3 materials that we can try today. We have a little piece of plywood that I put on here. We have a piece of acrylic, and we've got some little metal cards here. The next thing on here is a lock key, lock and unlock. So I really like this so that it's very dangerous to use if you don't use it properly. We do have safety goggles that were included with it so that we don't burn our eyes, but we don't want kids coming in and turning it on and doing any damage to their eyes or anything. So it's really nice. It's got a key here that you can take out and lock the machine and unlock it. So for safety reasons, I think that's really cool. And then we've got the power button. So it has its own operating system called Algolaser, and we're going to be working with that today. It does have the ability to work with other programs like Lightburn and other programs, but we're going to do the Algo operating system today because it's supposed to be great for beginners, so that's what we're going to show today. So, all right, so let's go ahead and unlock the machine, and we're going to power it on and see what happens here. Okay, so I brought you in closer so you can see the screen. I know there's a bit of a glare on it. I'm out in the bubble tent, so but you can hopefully see enough of the screen here to kind of see what I'm doing. So the beginning screen here, it's wanting us to choose a language. So we're going to choose English, but it does include 17 different languages. So you can, we'll scroll through them real quick so you can see what they are. And we're going to go back up to the top, and we're going to pick English. So English it is. And then we're going to click next. Connect the Wi-Fi. And the Gemstead. So we're going to go ahead and put this information in here. We'll pause the screen while I put in the password. Okay, so we put the password in and now we're connecting. Hopefully if I put the right password in. Connected successfully. Alright, so then we'll go next. Now it says everything is ready. It's got a QR code for you to scan there for help if you need it. Alright. So the laser just moved into the home position. That's what you were hearing. So now let's go through the screen here and see what we've got. So you can use the examples in the machine, or you can use an SD card or a USB stick. In the example one, they'll have ones that are preset in the machine just for you to try it out. And you can select one of these for your first sample if you want, or you can go to the SD card and you can download things from your computer onto the SD card and use things there from, like, that's probably what we'll do is we'll have our logo that will be on our laptop that's sitting right behind the camera here, and we'll download it to the SD card. You can also use a USB thumb drive, but we're going to have to go through the rest of the setup. So that's where you pick your projects at. The next one is controls. So the first one would be motion. So there's a few ways that you can move the laser around. You can move it with the directional buttons here. And then over here at the side, you can select different numbers here. So you can pick the fastest, the slowest. We're going to leave it in fastest. And then you can also select how much you want it to move. Do you want it to move like a 0.1 at a time? So if you go, it's going to go very, very little. Let me show you. it moves very, very little on 0.1. So if you go down to 100 and we press the directional keypad, then you can see it will go much faster and much farther. And we'll go back and we'll push the home button and it'll go back into the home position. Okay. So we're gonna leave it on 10 for right now. All right, so that's how you move the laser around. And the next control would be for the air pump. This is where you would adjust your settings on your air pump, which I do recommend using that. This is where you would adjust the settings for that. And then there's also controls for an enclosure, which we do not have the enclosure as well. And this is where you would control the settings for the enclosure. You can turn the fan on or off and the light on and off. So this is where you would do all of those settings. Today we are going with the basic machine with no accessories. So the next setting would be your settings screen. And this is where it shows we're already hooked up to Wi-Fi. Your virtual USB stick, if you're going to use that. You would turn that on right here. You can turn that on or off. Let's go back to settings and then we already did the language. We've got the device self-test. So we can do self-test. Press the emergency button. So this is going to be to make sure that everything is working properly. So we're going to push the emergency button down and it says emergency stop button has been pressed. So we'll lift that back up. Now it's telling me please turn the child lock key to off within 30 seconds. So we're going to turn it to lock and it's like notices that yes, the laser has been turned off. Please check whether the laser was emitted and give feedback through the options. So we're going to click the check mark. Now it says the air pump has been started. Please check whether the air pump blows out air and give feedback. Yes, it is. Now it's going to check all the colored screens to make sure that we can see all the different colors. A vibration self-test. It's checking the skew detection. Now it's checking the air pump communication. And the SD card is being detected. Self-test completed. Confirm. Okay, so it went through all of the self-checks and you can see it says air pump not communicating. That's because we don't have one hooked up, so we're all good. All right, so the next thing would be interrupt recovery. So it's the motor will remain locked. Please use the motion control function to move the laser. So if you get interrupted, it'll recover. So we're going to turn that on. In system settings, working mode, XYZ plane mode, ARR roller mode, or ARC chuck mode. Today we're going to be working in XYZ mode. If you have a roller accessory or a chuck accessory, this is where you would change it to those. So like the roller accessory is for if you want to print on like tumbler mugs and things like that, things that are round. Anything that's round, you'll put it on a roller mode and you would put that accessory in, then you would click roller mode. But today we're going to work with XYZ plane mode, the normal mode without any accessories. And the screen, we've got screen sleep. So if you want your screen to sleep after 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or never, we're going to put it on never. We don't want our screen to ever sleep. If it's turned on, I want the screen on. So the next one would be sound, if you want to turn the sound on or off. And then we go down to the next page and you can clear the SD card here. You can format the SD card or you can reset the machine. All right, so let's go down to the next. We've got firmware. It's going to check for firmware updates. Okay, discovering new versions, and it says click to update, so we're going to go ahead and click to update. Okay, so now you can see that it, after searching for the updates, it updated itself and it says it is up to date. So we're going to go back here and go to the next option here. Would be the machine, so it'll tell you some information about the machine sensor. Tilt detection. You can adjust the sensitivity of it. We're going to put it on 2. You can vibration detection. You can adjust the sensitivity of that. We'll put that on 2. It goes 2 all the way up to 19, 20. So we're going to put that on 2. We're going to try both of them on 2. And motion mode. Okay, so you can put it in high precision mode, a balance, or high efficiency. High efficiency is going to be faster, so we are going to try to do it in high efficiency because we want to see how well that works in the fastest mode. And then we have, for the next one, we have engraving, prompt for focusing, and prompt for origin and range. So I'm going to leave those on because I do want it to go through all the prompts possible since I'm new at this. I don't want to skip any prompts. I want to double check everything. And then it's also got about, where it'll give you firmware information, information about the machine, and the Wi-Fi connected or disconnected. And also it'll have a help option here. So you've got this one here, will go to their website. Second option here with the question mark. This one here will get you on a chat mode with a technician. And this one here will give you the help information. Okay, I want to show you real quick how to set the depth. The laser is adjustable in height with these 2 little screws right here. So in order to get the right height for your material here for the laser to focus, it has this little focus knob. And we set this down next to the laser and it doesn't fit underneath there. So you loosen these 2 screws right here and then the laser will come up and down. So what we want to do is lift the laser up and slide the little spacer for the focus thing down underneath the laser. So you want this little lip right here, you want it to fit underneath the edge of the guard there, and then once you do, you tighten these little screws down to hold it in place. Just tighten those down and then you can remove the little focus knob here. Okay, so I need to do some research and figure out how to do it from the SD card for the logo, for our logo. So for the purpose of making this video, we're going to just make an example. Okay, so I've used the directional pads to line up the laser with the product here. And I left a little space on each side. I'm not sure if this is big enough or if that's the right settings, but we're going to go ahead and do this little button here, and this is going to show us the printing area to make sure that it prints on the board and the laser doesn't go off the board here. Okay, so it looks like everything there will fit on the board without burning my table. So let's go ahead and push start. Okay, it's printing on the board now, so I didn't change any of the settings. I am going to just go with what it has on default there, in hopes that it does it right. So I'm guessing it's a preset. I shouldn't have to change anything. I do have good ventilation in here right now because it does put off a little bit of a smoke. So I've got the doors open to the bubble tent and I have a fan pulling the air out of here so it doesn't build up a lot of smoke in here. Okay, it looks like it's all done cutting and engraving. Okay, so we're at the control panel again, and now it's showing us that it is the engraving is finished, and we can click finished. Okay, it's all done. So let's take it out and see if we made a successful project. We're going to pop these out and see how well it cut. We've got a couple places it's sticking on, just a little bit here. Got some tight corners here, so we got to carefully pop this out so we don't break anything. So there's one piece. Two pieces. We've got a little bit of breakage on that, so we might need to do it a little bit slower. If we did it on the more precision mode, I'm sure there would be nice clean breaks on that. But for the most part, it seems to pop out of here pretty easily. All right, so there we go. Got a nice little holder machine, or a holder project. So you can sand this down and paint it and do whatever you want. We've got a bunch of craft paint, so we could sand that down and paint that any color we want. But that turned out pretty well. It's very cool. It fits nice and easy into everything. It's got precision cutting, but it did a fabulous job. It really cut it nicely, so I am pretty happy with that. If you have the air assist, you won't see all these burn-in marks on it, so it would make it look a lot cleaner and it would look a lot nicer. But if you're going to paint it, it doesn't necessarily matter. But we are planning on ordering an air assist so that we'll have that for future projects. So that will make it a lot nicer, more precision, more clean, no burn-in. And you can wash this off, sand it off, or paint it. But the air assist would be much better to have on there. So we do plan on getting that. But for today, we just wanted to show a sample. So now I'm doing a sample from the mobile app. In the mobile app, it has a library of a bunch of little pictures that you can select, and then select how big you want it. And I'm just doing a little cactus right now just to see it and test it out. So it just pushed start and it's working. So waiting to see what it looks like when it's done. Oh, it startled me. Okay, so it looks like it printed out my little cactus sample. Pull it out here so you can see it. Did a great little job. I got me a cute little cactus. That's really cool. I am so excited. This is going to be really exciting to check out all the cool things that we can make with this laser engraver. Okay, so I want to show you a little bit of the app. So this would be like the main screen of the app here, and I've connected the device. We're going to click on carving, and it gives you library, album, text, history, file, barcode, QR code, puzzle, or draw. So we have a lot of exploring to do, but for this purposes right now, for showing you, we're just going to try to keep it simple, and we're going to click text. So we can pick out our font. And let's do something kind of easy to read. Let's go with Facile Sans. And now it says I enter text here. So let's type in back to good. Confirm. Next. Press this little preview button. It checks, it'll do a sample and it'll run the laser around the distance that it's going to print on, so you can double check and make sure that it's not going to run off of the board. So we're good right there. So we're going to try start. It's uploading the file. It doesn't look very dark. I wonder if I can go back and do configure. Let's do the highest quality. Let's do 2 times. Control. That just moves the laser. So I think we're good there. going to do it at 25%. Check the preview. Alright, now let's click start. And run. Okay, so now we're trying the back to good text and see if that turns out or not. Okay guys, so here's my projects for the day. I did print something out, a 3D object, which is a pen holder. And you can see that that turned out pretty well. It was just one of the samples that were included with the package. So that is really cool. I'm really excited about that. And then you can see some of the other projects I was sampling. I made a cactus here. The cactus turned out really nice. I tried printing the Algolaser thing. You can adjust like the amount of times that it lapses and the depth it goes and whatnot. And clearly on that one I should have made it go a little slower or a little deeper. Which is something I'm learning. I'll have to figure that all out, but you can see that it was very light and you can kind of hardly see the R. So I tried something else and I came up here and I was going to make a butterfly, but I tried to do a little tiny butterfly just so that I didn't waste a bunch of the board, and I burnt a hole in the wood, so we stopped that one so we didn't start a fire, and we decided to go something a little bit bigger, and I did a little kitty cat, which it turned out pretty good. It would have looked a lot better if I would have went like 2 passes or like a deeper thing. So, but it turned out and it looks cute. So I had to, of course, try the back to good, and that turned out pretty good. We did 2 times pass on that, so you do see some of the burn-in. I think it actually looks kind of cool. It looks like some shadow. But if you have the air assist, you won't see that burn-in around the edges there. But I think it turned out really good. So I can cut that out of my wood board here, and I can make me a little tiny back to good sign. So I'm so excited, and this is going to be so much fun making some merchandise once I figure out how to use it better. And we will hopefully make some cool things that we can give away on our lives. So, oh, that's so exciting. So I found another cool print on here of something that I thought would be a really cute little birthday present for a special little girl coming up here on March 7th. So I found a really the acrylic piece that was included for a sample was a blue piece of acrylic. And I know this certain little girl, her favorite color is blue. So we are printing out something really cool on here, and we hope it turns out. I actually already tried it once, and I wasn't sure when you print on the or engrave on the acrylic if you're supposed to peel the little paper sticker thing off that protects it from getting scratched. I wasn't sure if you're supposed to peel that off or not, and apparently you are, because the first time I printed it, it just printed it on the paper and not on the acrylic. So we took the paper off, and now we're doing it again, and it appears that it's working and it's looking really cute. So this is going to be really a really cute gift for somebody. Okay guys, so I'm all done with the picture. So I think that she's really going to like that. She likes dragons and she likes blue, so you can't really tell in the video, but it's a piece of blue acrylic and it's got a little baby dragon etched on it or engraved on it. So that is really cute. So I hope she likes it. I'm having a lot of fun, so on to more projects. Okay, so I made my first project. I'm so excited. So it was one of the examples that comes included on the machine, and it has a ton of different built-in projects that you can do to get used to the machine and try them out. I'm going to get working on trying to figure out how to get my logo to work, and so we can make some back to good merchandise, our very first merchandise. Well, we have stickers on the way that we ordered, and Lauren at Making It Home has made us some buttons, so I can't wait to see those. But we are going to do a little exploration into this new unit, and hopefully make us some back to good gear, and then maybe we can give some away on one of our future lives. So I'm super excited, and I can't wait to check this out. So wanted to just highlight some of the key points that I may have missed in while I was learning, and that this is a really great machine for beginners. You can use it with, it has its own operating system built in, so you don't have to download Lightburn, which you do have to pay for. But if you have Lightburn or Laser GRBL, you can use it with those programs and other programs, so it's really versatile. But I really love that it has the Algo operating system built into it, so you don't have to have any of those outside programs in order to use it, and it's really simple to use. Yeah, I have a few more things I could learn about it, but it's basically, that was my first time ever using this machine, or any laser engraver for that matter, and I was able to print out a really cool new project, and it worked. And we need to get some more materials, because there's a lot of things that I would love to make. So we're gonna have to get some more materials. We're gonna get some different woods, we're gonna get some different acrylics, and I'm gonna try printing our logo onto the acrylic and onto the board and on the little metal cards that they gave me. So maybe look for that in a future project or a future video, and I will show you how that turned out. But for today, I at least wanted to test out one of the examples and see if I could get this thing working. So it was a success, and I'm so excited. So, you know, it's just really nice. It has different ways that you can use it. You can use it with your laptop. You can use it with a USB thumb drive. You can use it with the pre-installed examples, or it even has an app that you can download. But today, I am just so excited that we were able to make a project. So look for some more engraving projects in the future, and then we're going to get some kits so we can print on tumblers and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm super excited, and I thought I would share it with you. And I know a lot of other friends out there who might want to make some of their own merchandise, so maybe this is a good option for a lot of my friends. So I appreciate you watching today, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you again soon. It's always a great day in Arkansas, and now I have some really cool projects to make. So I'm super excited. Thank you, Algolaser, and thank you, Garvey, for sending me this laser engraver to try. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you.